No, that's not what you want to hear. Protect it, right? Like that. If you really believe in the investment, like I do, then you want to make sure that you keep that for a long time. It's going to take a little bit for it to actually get to a level where it can support you. Again, highly confident that we could see $1,000 XRP this year in 2026, or a higher price than that, to be able to facilitate back-end settlement in the stock market and the FX market. You got Swift going live here in the near future to be able to settle cross-border payments on their infrastructure using digital rails. All that seems to be culminating here this month in June. Interesting. So all that being said, even post-price appreciation, I'd probably hang out for a bit. Get used to having the money. A lot of people that talk about lottery winners, they believe that lottery winners should sit with the money for 6 months and just continue their life, not quit their job, not immediately jump into buying things that are lavish, or things that they've dreamed about. Really have a plan that's probably executed over a longer time frame. Once you have $10 million in digital assets, and you're able to generate 5% pretty safely, which I think will happen this year in 2026 also. Not necessarily for the 5K, I just mean being able to generate those types of returns in a very safe way. Then, now you're making $500,000 a year, fairly passively, off of your investments. And that would be the point where, and maybe you sit on that for a little bit too. Make sure that it's good, it's not going anywhere. Start to, I wouldn't raise your lifestyle in the immediate term. Again, get situated, know what you're going to do with it, buy some assets that can pay for your liabilities, or use the assets that you've purchased to make sure that you have always double. It's producing double what you're spending. And then you can let the principal ride for forever. You ain't got to worry about dipping into that. A lot of people think they can retire on a couple $1 million. Even at a 5 or 10% return on a couple $1 million, depending on how long you live, probably going to be eating into the principal. That's just the reality of the deal. Mr. Johnson talked about FU money earlier. I really kind of think that comes around 10 million, right? Like, if you're making $500,000 a year off of your assets, you could live a fairly nice life, depending on where you live in the U.S., for $250,000 a year. And if you're not egotistical or gluttonous, and you're not looking to upgrade, a ton in your lifestyle, and go hog wild,